Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing from EOG Resources. And let me tell you, it's not just about drilling for oil, it's about drilling for dollars. And seemingly, they are doing pretty okay. Before we get started, if you're into getting straightforward insights from the world of corporate filings, hit that subscribe button, join our Discord community too. Link is in the description below. Let's get started. EOG Resources made a big move as they've entered into an agreement with a group of underwriters. Basically, this means they're working with banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan to sell a whole bunch of bonds, which are essentially loans they're taking out and promising to repay later. This happened around the middle of June. They're selling a lot of these bonds. We're talking $500 million in bonds due in 28, and then it scales up to $125 billion in bonds maturing in 2032 and 2032 and 26 respectively. Then they are also selling another $500 million in bonds that will mature in 2055. When a bond matches, it means that's when EOG Resources needs to repay the money they borrowed plus any interest. That's a whole lot of debt for the company and shows their strategy for now and in the future. The agreement they signed has some pretty standard stuff in it. It includes promises from EOJ about the accuracy of their financial info and agreements to protect the banks if something goes wrong. Think of this as insurance. If there are problems, EOG might have to pay to cover the bank's losses. This whole deal, the sale for the bonds, is set to wrap up around the start of July, assuming everything goes as planned. They made these bonds available to investors using what's called a prospectus supplement, which is a fancy way of saying an updated overview of all the financials. These bonds will be formally handled by a company called Computershare Trust Company. They'll act as the middleman, ensuring everything runs smoothly. Now this next part is pretty interesting. The banks helping EOG sell these bonds have a history with them. They've done deals before and they might do more deals in the future. They get paid for these services, plus these banks are constantly buying, selling and trading all sorts of investments, including debt and stocks related to EOG. This is normal in the financial world, but it's important for investors because the same organization that helps them raise money might also have a long-term profit incentive in the company. That was the main event, EOG Resources taking on a significant amount of debt through these bonds. But before we dive into whether that's good or bad, we can talk a little bit more about the agreements and compliance. Here we have the actual underwriting agreement for those who want to dive into the nitty-gritty details. This is what ties everything up and has the fine print. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. This move to issue billions in debt suggests EOG Resources has big plans. They might be looking to invest in new projects, expand their operations, or even acquire other companies. Taking on debt can fuel growth, but it also increases risk. They'll need to manage that debt wisely to keep investors happy and avoid financial trouble. EOG is likely banking on continued high prices for oil and gas. If prices drop, they could find themselves struggling to repay these bonds. On the flip side, if prices stay high or even rise, these investments could pay off big time. This is a gamble, but for an energy company like EOG, it's often a calculated one. EOG Resources seems to be gearing up for some significant moves. The decision to take on so much debt shows they're confident in their future prospects. Managing this debt will be crucial and their success will depend on navigating the ups and downs of the energy market. As we said, they must believe they will be successful in the future. So what do you think about EOG's debt move? Is it a smart bet on the future or a risky gamble? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, give us a like and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Also, don't forget to join our Discord community for even more insights. Again, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.